Hello, George F551 here. There we go. Put the right thing in the right position and we can salute. Anyway, this is the next piece of the Underarms Hotel construction. And we can now get the third building underway here. But before we do that, let's just give you a little look-see in here. Filled in some of these gaps with the wood here. Those were open. Still haven't figured out what to do with this side yet. Yeah, this is gonna be the maintenance room, which needs to kind of be finished, but it isn't. Still working on figuring how to close these off. I'm getting closer to an answer and might once again slightly reconfigure this so it's bumped out another block, because it's kind of close. Anyway, yeah, and we got almost 4 floors of hotel rooms laid out. Almost. Okay, I want to go out here because this is where I want to show you stuff. Okay, the 5-decker, we still have windows and doors to put in that. It's not too much there. But this is what I wanted to show you, and that's we have... Oh, stupid me. We have finally dug out the cellar hole. Now, to the best of my knowledge, oh yeah, it's not done because I was still getting out these special, these somewhat valuable blocks here. The pink granite, the gray and the white stuff, which I can't remember the names of. Anyway, if you notice as I came down here, wow, this just doesn't end, does it? Pardon me. Anyway, when I came down here, we're gonna have to break a couple of these so I can gain access. Some of this foundation's filled up with cobblestone. That's because I dug this stuff out that was exposed. I consider this stuff fairly valuable material. And break another one. Efficiency 4, that ought to help. Boy, this is just not... It's just not coming to an end. Anyway, now it's time to kind of lay out what the interiors are going to be like. So what I'm going to do is I'm almost done this. Really, it's just going to keep going on and on. I swore I was almost done this thing. Anyway. There we go. Well, I'm not going to worry about that. I could get more of that later on. Okay, how did I get... Oh, I took the way out. Okay, we really need to let me move around. Okay. So, I'm not sure what in the middle, there'll be, boardrooms that you could... hold presentations. Or I have not. Still lighting glitch there. Although, since I started doing some of the rooms up on the 4th floor, most of that went away. It's still there. And the very top floor is going to be the ballroom. And I think a small piece of the front right here will be a boating area where you can relax on a deck. There'll be a little, be some, staging, some docks here that you can land your boat. So I got a lot of that to do, but I also have a lot of filling to do. See these areas? That's where some of the other precious stone was. So, and we still have more. Well, yeah. Anyway, when I come back, we're gonna need this anyway. Anyway, when I come back, we'll get this show going. We are back at the 5-decker, which, depending on which side you're on, it's either 5 or 4 floors because it's built into a hill. There's some details, especially here, that need a little addressing. Some of these porches don't terminate at the end like they should. So that needs to be addressed as well. So, I mean, it's not completely done. I'm just going to go bang, bang. Much easier to do it this way. There. All the doors are in, and pretty soon all the windows will be in, so then we'll just have to do some punch list work, which will be to fix the porch railing system, that where things are missing. There, now the building's enclosed. One of the other punch list items, the ladder elevator, which never got installed. Yeah, you can see every 4th piece is supposed to be a rail. That's kind of missing, and since there's no ladder elevator, we gotta do this little dizzying thing over here like that. See, because I did it here initially, where it ends, it terminates, and it hasn't done that there. So now that's all sealed off, and actually there's still some lighting on the roof that needs work. When the sun comes up and I remember to, we'll take care of that. Also make a few more, I think maybe a few more of these so we can properly light the very end of this little wooden trail. And we'll be ready for the next step. Well, it's night. It's not the best time to venture out in the world, but yeah, good job. There we go. It's fairly safe to be in this little piece because it's all fairly well lit. We lost a torch here from the creeper explosion, which I just remembered to put in now. And as we go down here, we can see the path is well lit, but not quite at the very bottom. So we will fix that in just a moment. Oh, 2 of you, really? Come here and try. I cannot fight both at once. Alright, it looks like we're not having some cooperation here. Let's try this again. They can't get to us, which is good. The other little snot rag might be down. Oh, great. Exactly where I didn't want everybody to be. So, you know what? We're gonna have to come back in a little bit. Everybody is exactly where I need to be right now, and I can't take care of all of that. Being that, I only have 3 arrows, so we'll be back. Well, I cut that off by accident. Anyway, let's try this again. Again, starting to set a little bit, and we were coming down this path. We need 1, 2... Yep, I hit the plop button. That means we plop it in. And... well, not perfect, but you get the idea. Bang. 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 Properly lit. And now we got more of these pieces. As you can see over there, might be a little hard to see. I put the edge posts in that supposed to be there and wasn't. And over here, we did everything but the bottom level, but I still never finished that. And we still need to finish over there and on that side of the building. Oh, I could just enter right here. I don't know why I just didn't bother thinking about that, but I never did. Alright, in here we go. We need to make that ladder elevator. Alrighty. I'm not going to bore you with all this. I'm just going to do that just to show you, yep, we have that to do. And move on. Back out on the porch, which heads back into the main building. And now the construction has started on the exterior. The third building, that is. And yes, the exterior. And what you can see here is it's going to be a 4-story building. Like I said, there's going to be a, kind of like a boathouse kind of thing here. Hence why there's no real... Well, that's something to fix. Fortunately, skeleton's hiding in the corner. Anyway, that's why you see there's no physical structure, but it's supported. So this is going to get covered up with wood. So it'll have kind of a log cabin-y type feel. Of course, it's going to stick out a little extra because of that. And of course, the slips for boats. And this is what we got. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Doing this on the fly, I'm not too good at it. Okay, if we just move a little more. There we go. The first floor will be the boathouse, and I don't know what to do with the rest of the first floor quite yet, but this is going to be a small thing, maybe like a third, half at most. And then this level here and this level here will be, boardrooms and meeting rooms. And then the top level is going to be the Grand Ballroom, which that'll be balloon framed, so that'll not receive a roof immediately. And this section here, I don't know how much of it to be exact, that'll be stairways and elevators to get in between the individual floors. You will enter on the ballroom level, which is why that's a gap that's in existence. So, let's see. Yeah, right there. And hey, just made it. So that's why this part looks a bit incomplete. It's not really. And this will be covered. And I had the full polished block underneath these windows here, but then I realized I'd be covering a feature because there's going to be a decorative part going around at that point, so I swapped it out for the regular, what is it called, andesite. And because it's built on a hill, oh, come on. Seriously? Can we just not let me get things accomplished here? Oh, good. Preparedness. That's something that's not terribly important. Alright. What I was trying to do... Okay, now let's actually cooperate. That would be the best thing to ever happen. There we go. Yeah, we could use that. And those. Anyway, where I'm tree farming, this is the hill, and of course the windows are sized according to the hill. There's 1, that was down there at the very beginning, that's not a window. So, like I said, that's going to be filled in with wood to kind of give it a campy feeling. So, that's what we have right now. And, yep, still light glitching over there. So, we're going to build some more scaffolding, build up this section, and get more stuff done, pretty much. So we got a little bit more of this complete. As you can see, we got some of the windows put in, and we got the floors. I've already dictated how they're laid out. Here's a little awning that you can stand under here, the fishing area, the beach and what have not. We got 2 rooms here, one for the ladies, one for the men. Emergency door there. It's like you can get in and out one way or another. These will be the changing rooms. That's plenty more than enough room. And you can see we got conference rooms, floor 1, and sort of laid out underneath here, conference rooms set number 2. And if we go this way instead of the way we normally do, there's our spruce. We're going to need quite a bit of that. This is the other side. Still, we don't have all the windows in, but I have materials, and I thought I would show you how the ballroom will be going together. This cobblestone is where there's going to be nothing that's visible, so that's to help eliminate wasted space and what have not. And similar to the bottom floor of the main building, there's going to be birch wood, not birch, it's going to be oak wood beams and spruce wood detail, which mixes very well. And this wall is not the exterior wall, interior wall, hence when I'm doing this, I'm going to do all 3 of these right now. I'm going to do all 3 levels of detail on camera. This is part of why I was in the Nether. And we'll see how that looks a little later on. So this is the fancy schmancy detail on the inside of the ballroom. So now the thing is, we got to see how at least this part of it will look like, because we definitely don't have the reach and or a lot of material to do the beams. So this isn't going to take all that long to do, as you can see here. Bang, 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 bang. And the walls throughout, with the exception of the boathouse area, are going to be the off-white looking clay blocks, which kind of almost looks like your typical light wall color. Anyway, let's see how that looks. Ooh, fancy schmancy. Although I think what I could do here is let's see, if I just do that. Yeah, I like that better. It makes it look a little less like a hole in the wall. It makes it look like it kind of belongs a little better. So let's just do that one thing on camera. Interesting way that one just came out. Alright, let's go. Okay, nice run. So that's what's going to happen along all the windows. Yeah, I like how that looks. That definitely makes it look fancy, and it almost makes it look like I know how to play the game too. So that's what we got there. Now I said don't have the reach for the columns, plus there's a torch in the way of everything. So, and I also need, I'm gonna do like I did before with the main hotels, have a birch covering over this. This is kind of the quote-unquote balloon framed portion of the building, which is why there's no roof yet. And yeah, it's a bit unrealistic here that you get the floors spanning without any real support system, but as the conference rooms are being built, there will be a support system, needless to say. And a way to go from here to there. Yeah, I like the way that looks, and that's just going to be for the ballroom itself. I am not going to put that kind of effort into the conference rooms whatsoever. And maybe out here in the main entry I might do that as well, just to be consistent on this level. Anyway, that's what we got here, and when we come back, maybe I'll have a little more done and pick it up some other time, perhaps. Well, this is what I got so far. I had to actually wait a day because as I was ready to show this off, the server actually crapped out and I couldn't do anything with it. When it came back online, too late, I had to get ready for work the next day, which happens to be now. Anyway, one thing I was going to do is have elevators or whatever you call those things, and stairs in here, but if you put in elevator banks, there's not much room for a stairwell. So, as if you couldn't have seen, kind of modified the building a little bit and made this little, and run. Made this little bump out, as you can see, is not quite complete up here. But we do have, a staircase that goes all the way down. Torch there, because we just do things like that. Meets up to the first meeting room floor. Same thing here. And then I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this space. And yes, it is one brick higher because this is not the actual floor height. This will be right here. So I'm still up in the air as to what to do with this piece of the building. We know meeting rooms, ballroom. Simple enough, isn't it? So let's head back on up. And it's figuring this resort needs something else. So, hey, look at that. I wonder why this is all cleared out like that. Well, perhaps you will know at some point. And since it's been quite a gap between segments, I may not have mentioned that here on the 5-decker, I've removed doors where they're really not going to be needed. It's going to be, like quote-unquote bathhouse areas, some changing rooms, and a little pool to dip your feet in to clean them off. That one, if it goes away, I don't care. I had a problem with the zombies breaking down doors, so yeah, I also noticed I haven't finished all the windows. This looks a little wonky, but it works. It keeps the zombies out. And yes, on both sides there are buttons, because if we used a pressure plate, you could go up to the door to see if monsters are there, and the door would open, and that's something you may not want. There's one done there, and a little bit of improvement in the lighting department, and also one here. And we got gates on this side to help keep the bad guys from coming in this particular way. So this building's relatively safe now. And we got the beach here. As you can see, it's been expanded a while ago. And we got this area which I'm kind of leaving as a mystery right now why it's been cleared out. So the question is, what will become of that? And how will this all turn out? I'm guessing that'll be another day and another show, because I'm not 100% sure how long this has really been going. You know what? I was going to end it here, but let's end it in here because it looks really nice. And, whoa, can we make the jump? Yes, we did, as we say that a little late. I like how this looks. And F5. I think it's coming out pretty well. In what's sort of the ballroom right now, George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed this segment, and have a good one.